Warning. It is the opinion of the Forestry Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language. It was like a 6-fight card, and the biggest fight that everyone wanted to see was Newman versus Lasco, right? And because Newman's a tough fucking guy, everybody knew it.
As tough as they come.
Yeah, for real. And then Lasco is tough, but dude, we also had Kagan beat the shit out of Messerschmitt that night. Frank Hiley got one-timed by Mike Angelillis. He was also on the juice at that time as well. Remember, we set it up where it was we would do 3 rounds. I was the ref and the timekeeper. And dude,
Frank Hiley's no bitch either. Frank was tough. He acted goofy, but Frank was tough.
Frank was tough, dude, for sure. But no, with Newman and Latchko, never talked to Latchko before. I said, hey man, do you want to do this thing? And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. So we give him our address. He came over an hour before, and we had dumbbells in the basement. And bro, this guy
getting swole on.
So fucking hyped. He's he had the cutoff tee. He's cranking dumbbells, and he brought chicken and rice to eat.
We're talking what, 2005, 2004?
Oh no, dude, 2000 maybe, or 2001.
Yeah.
I was in 11th grade, so maybe it's 2001, 2002. And dude, and then they're fucking everyone knew we had the whole car was lined up. I remember Frank Finney came up to me. He's like, hey, I'll give you $60 for a front row seat. And I was like, bro, I don't know what that, we had chairs and shit.
Finney's the man.
Yo, but there was dude, there was probably easily 100 people in our basement. And you remember how small that basement was?
100 people?
Tiny.
Oh, easily. Dude, and then they went at it, and dude, I remember Newman was just so much taller and longer than him.
Reach, because
Lasco's
not big,
but he's throwing these fucking heaters,
super hammers,
just missing Newman, and everyone's like, right? Everyone's on the edge of their seat. Newman hits him a couple other times. Newman does this one thing where he punches him, and then he backhands him also, and I'm like, what is going on here? And then all of a sudden, Lasco's just fuck this, rips his gloves off, right, and just storms out, and to complete silence. No one said a fucking word, right? And then he leaves, and I'll tell you, this was the line of the fucking night, right? He leaves, and I was like, hey, you can take my TV while you're at it. And then fucking that was it. Broke the silence, and we got right back into it. And dude, hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You have us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok. Where you can be pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspective@gmail.com. And please subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet content. Strong Stem, how we doing? Bay.
Look, I'm in a purple tie-dye shirt, but not because I put penises in my mouth. Because it's my uncle's pizzeria, and no one apparently wears this one, so here we are. Shout out Island Pizza.
Shout out, fan of the show, listener to the show. Lasmeeshma, how are you?
I am awesome. Eerily awesome and calm. Waiting for the hammer to drop.
Very nice. Yep, could hardly notice. Bern Podcasy, how are you, sir?
I just think it's weird that Steve's uncle puts penises on his pizza. But, I mean, a good za's a good za.
What are you going to do?
That's right.
Amen. Beggars can't be choosers. Well, speaking of penises on pizza, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes of family.
All right. On the show this week, we aired the Aaron Taylor episode. A lot of fun. It was the last of the Jana's Friends series, where we had almost the whole month of Jana's Friends. Honestly, a lot of fun, a lot of cool insight on Jana. But yeah, just she had a bunch of cool friends. She booked them all. It was really, really good. It's some of Jana's last shows, so I'm super excited, to send her off with a bang. But next week, we are returning to the Renzo Gracie PA Academy, and we're going to have JR Roach, Renzo Gracie black belt, JR Roach on the show. Super excited about this, man. He's just one of my fucking brothers, dude. I love this guy. He's been coming to me and him. We met at the gym, been coming there for years. Like, he's one of those guys that had his life transformed by the gym, was like at 300 pounds at one point. Now he's walking around at 200, lean as hell, family, kids, the whole gimmick. So, his is a great story, a lot of fun, super excited to get it out there. But for now, we're going to get to this show. So on this show, we're going to bring to you topics from around the globe. The topics are going to be broken into 3 different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Sped. Super excited to get into this. Strong Stem, let's kick it off with you. What do you got for Stupid Is as Stupid Does?
We're going to travel to the corny state of Connecticut and meet up with a little lady named Lunch Aide Andy Rosefort. So Andy Rosefort happens to work in the local high school. She somehow got the Snapchat of a 14-year-old student, freshman, and decided to send him they were kind of casually going back and forth. She just sends him a quick chat that says, "Hey, you want to see something?" And he says, "Huh?" When he says, "Huh," she immediately sends a nude, right? So he sees the nude. She's 31. He's 14. She sends the nude. He sees it and says, "Holy shit," writes back, "Did you send this by mistake?" She then floods him with like 30 nudes and videos. She's sticking her finger in her pussy. She getting busy, right? She sends him all types of shit. So this kid's like, "Holy shit, I now have the spank bank loaded." Because, by the way, she's kind of hot, right? So they're like, of course it's this nowadays. Of course it's the hot teacher that does. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking bullshit. Never happened when we were kids. No. Anyway. So they're fine with it, right? He's okay. He goes to a party. She hits him up on Snapchat again. "What you doing tonight?" He's like, "Me and the homies at a party." Say less. She pulls up skirt in the SUV, scoops him and 3 of his friends, drives to the park about 15 minutes away, and starts doing a little striptease and sexual acts to the friends, right? So they've had enough, right? They've now 14. Yeah. What do you think? 4 guys, 4 young 14-year-olds. What do you think? I don't know. A total of 30 seconds before all of them bust a nut.
I was going to say the greatest 9.5 minutes combine of anyone's life.
So she turned it around, brings them back to the party. When they get back to the party, they drop them off, and some stupid bitch that's also 14. So no, I don't mean that. But she notices they're acting all weird, and girls they want to know. So she starts poking and prodding, and one of these young speds decides to spill the beans to her. So, of course, Shorty runs back and tells Pop Dukes. Now, Pop Dukes ain't hearing this. He's like, "What? If she doesn't Snapchat me, I'm going to tell. Like, I need to know what the fuck is going on." So he tells the school. The school gets involved. Next thing you know, the Popo are involved. Now they got phone records. They find out this whole thing and realize that she has sent hundreds and hundreds of illicit photos and videos through Snapchat and Instagram to this kid's fucking profile, and that he never asked for, never did anything. And, shout out to Andy Rosefort for turning them young boys into men.
I mean, why are we ostracizing this woman? Why are we ostracizing this woman?
I always say this. If it's the opposite, it's an absolute tragedy.
Couldn't agree more.
If it's this way, it's a triumph. It's a triumph.
It's a dream come true.
It's a fucking dream come true.
We are living the dream here.
Right, the dream. Maybe these boys will forever not talk about this, and no one in that school will never not talk
Every
about
motherfucker these guys meet should shake their goddamn hand. All right.
Did you ever see the Saturday Night Live sketch with Pete Davidson, where it's just like the same thing? Like he's talking about how he's on the stand and they're prosecuting.
Yeah.
He's like, and you were called names by your friends. You're like, the chosen one, Mac Daddy, the luckiest kid of all time, hero,
supercalifragilistic. This be such a dope kid.
The South Park episode is better when they're First of all, it's like the kindergarten teacher, and when they go to tell the cops, the cops are just like nice.
Nice. They're like, wait, where do you mean there was an assault? For who? And they tell them, they're like, oh, okay,
nice.
Dude, legend, young legend.
Like what? So it was one fucking cocksmoker that ruined it for all of them.
I don't know. So
I mean, what happened was
when they got back, like I said, one inquisitive young Brajul decided she noticed they were acting different when they got back to the party.
She was jealous of the motherfucker. She wasn't.
And this guy was.
She was mad.
Yeah. And now this guy, she could see the glow on their faces and the halo over their head. They've now seen the light. They understand light.
Yeah.
And she noticed, and then she had one of them tell, and then she ratted to her dad about what happened. Her dad spilled the beans. Fuck that guy and that Brajul.
Dude, these ladies are fucked up, though. They're so fucked up,
dude. You're not wrong.
Happened? You're right, though. Like, I mean, I guess maybe people without social media, maybe people just knew how to keep their mouth shut 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Because older dudes have been doing weird things with younger chicks forever. But it seems like the last 10 or 15 years, this whole teacher thing
older
really
chicks fucking young bulls.
Really taking a swing.
Love it. Honestly, I think it has to come.
It does nothing for me now as a 40-year-old.
Right.
I mean, it
sure.
was a lot cooler
we've all watched the porn, but what's up? No, yeah, we've all seen Alexis Fox in action doing it, but you know what I mean. But I'm just saying,
Alexis.
Yeah, fan of the show, listen to the show, former guest of the show, hopefully future
legend of the show.
Yeah. But I would say, dude, I mean, it has to come from they were fucking nerd city in high school, couldn't get a dude. Now they had their fucking glow up. Now they're lunch lady Andy, Smoke City. Dude, and the kids, she's got to be hit on relentlessly.
Yeah, she was cute, Maddie. She was cute.
Any fucking teacher that at our school that looked halfway decent was fucking assaulted dick on the
all day. Yeah.
Dude, even the halfway ones were just getting let's go.
Dicks off their face, left and right.
All day.
You think it's the same kind of impulse of the chick who threw on the uniform and got out there and just tooled up some JV girls? Same kind of deal. Just I wasn't great at this when I was your age, but now I'm gonna put you in the post. I'm gonna put you in the hurt locker. I'm gonna step back and hit a three. I'm gonna block your shot on a fast break. And you're like, ma'am, you're 26. It doesn't matter for those 7 minutes.
Instead of the hurt locker, this was the glory hole. Shout out this girl. So free Andy.
What? So wait, lunch lady. Okay.
Was she married?
Andie Rosefort, 31. Wait till you see a picture of this Brajul. Yes, sir.
Was she married?
14, I don't know. I don't think so. If I was 14, I'd be wrestling this Brajul.
Bro.
Yeah, that's right, Maddie. Tell him. Let me see it. Pull it up.
And she got a fucking donkey.
Yeah, she does. She got the fat ass.
Is this?
She does. She never seen a squat rack she didn't like.
Yo, shout out lunch lady.
Right? And the lunch lady, not even a real teacher. This bitch isn't even a lunch lady. She was a lunch lady's aide. This bitch grabbed. She might as well be the bar back. They were like, "Hey,
lunch lady's aide. What is he?
Run down."
she was
run
there
down the basement and scoop the rolls.
She was there to molest children. Lunch ladies don't need aides. She just made up her own job. She made her own badge at home.
All right, so this is her.
Yeah.
Right. Ain't fucking nothing wrong, dude.
She looks like one of the Jersey Shore chicks.
Crackers, right? And then
listen, at 14, you take what you can get. Look at the donkey.
Look at the fucking donk.
Bitch got a wagon.
Yeah. She looks wacky.
Listen to the show.
She does look wacky, dude. She looks
doing drugs.
Yeah.
The good drugs.
Yeah, she's wacky.
Dude, she's been fucking. She was double teamed by the football team.
Hell yeah.
Boy, Liam goes, she's wacky.
Wacky in the right kind
dude,
of
way. She is, dude. Look at her. Dead eyes, dude.
I guarantee the dads of all these kids, the first
high-fived every one of them when their mom wasn't around.
The first thing we all said or thought was, where the fuck were these bitches when we were in high school? Right? Everyone they wouldn't have banged Steve because he was superstar athlete banging hot chicks already, but not me. Liam, probably not you either.
Probably not.
We took a shot.
But I could have dreamed.
Here was the issue. In North Penn, we had a super smoke show teacher, Miss Butler, right? Miss Butler happened to be my babysitter when I was a little kid and knew my family real well. So every kid in the school wanted to bang her, and they all thought I had it in because she would constantly see me and be like, Stevie. No one calls me fucking Stevie. And would like hug me, and they were like, yo, how do you know her? And I used to look back like, because I know. And they were like,
don't worry about it.
How does he do that? Really? She's like an older sister to me, would never fucking. I was like, but I used to play it off like they don't like, did you ever do anything? I'm like, I don't know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
But yeah, Steve was also already dating the hottest girl at the school by far.
Which was so by
shout
love,
out, 100% fan of the show, love. Listener of the show, also a wrestling manager. So shout out to us.
Also was my motivation to kill kids because our coaches would be like, if you lose, the guy that beat you should bang her, right? Just would send me into a tizzy.
Right. Justifiably so.
Shout out Lindley Kistler, ultimate motivator.
Hey, man, he knew how to do it. So, okay. Well, yep. So, dude, you know what? Shout out to her.
Hell yeah, that's what I said.
Listener of the show.
Free the Brazil.
Free the lunch lady, babe.
Yes.
Free the lunch lady. So
what are the lunch ladies going to do without her aid? You know what I mean?
I would
they're fucking lacking now. They need her in school.
This is a real come up for lunch ladies. Like if you the stereotypical lunch lady. Like, you remember the Adam Sandler song? Like
lunch lady land?
It's a real glow up for lunch ladies.
Yeah, you're right. You're right,
dude,
Bern.
She makes lunch. This is the best lunch ladies have looked in a decade. Easily.
I've never seen it better.
Yeah.
Great call.
Yeah, really good stuff. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Love it. Shout out lunch ladies from around the globe. That's one thing we did not have that were good.
Nah.
But, what are you going to do? We had Cookie Corner, though. Shout out. So, okay, let's keep it moving.
This bull was in her cookies corner.
Hey, she got a creamy.
No, that's not right, yo. That's not right.
Let's keep it moving. Lasmeeshma. What do you got for Stupid Is as Stupid Does?
In Cambria, England, a bungling burglar.
Across the pond?
Yeah, across the pond. A bungling burglar left his own birth certificate at a crime scene during a theft. His fucking birth certificate.
I don't even know where mine is.
Why does he have it?
His name was.
I
have no idea.
My mom still has mine.
His name was Terry Lewis. He went on a 3-month long burglar spree, theft.
Yes,
spree,
Terry.
And he admitted to hitting 9 different places, but he only managed to jack a few of them, and he stole 25 pounds from a church collection box, 330 in cash, and $5,000 in jewelry from a North London hospice. This guy, he's
a hospice. Come on,
yeah. So he's a true piece of shit.
I'm with Bern.
What is the hospice? Damn it.
That's
right. It's where people go to die, cuz.
Yeah, it's at the end of your life. They bring the people in, they make it comfortable at your house or in a facility.
Everything else I was all right with. That's fucking wrong.
Yeah. Hospice means you're going to die in 4 days, 5 days if you really hang on. So it's the last stage.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Tough place.
Damn, who the fuck works at a hospice?
So he
heroes.
Saints, man.
Heroes.
Saints. Yes.
Heroes.
Saints.
Yeah.
Saints. Yep.
Seriously. He broke into 9 different places and only hit those 2. Only made out half the time he would break in, steal nothing, and leave he left his prison ID behind. He left DNA.
Solid move.
He wanted
to
get caught.
Right. He needed to be back in the system. He was like, I can't function in society. I need structure. Yep.
He wanted it.
Now, my biggest question is the birth certificate thing. I can't get over it. I don't understand how that's on you. And I don't know how they do it in England. I don't know if it's America. I don't know if I've ever seen mine. I don't even know if it exists.
I have to contact the state of Virginia because you know what? You want to know something? I've never even seen mine before in my life.
I've never seen mine.
I don't even know if there's proof I exist.
How did you get your license then? Don't you need a form of ID?
I had a social security card. I did have that. Yeah, I did have that.
Okay.
I asked my mom for my birth certificate when I was getting married, and it was a 3-month conversation, and she was finally fine, you can have. I'm like, I'm 33, and you know what I did? Turn it right.
You lost it immediately.
I have no fucking idea where that thing is, but there's a new woman who lives in my house who now knows where
it is.
Dude, same.
But I couldn't tell you.
My wife, my wife is the best secretary you'll ever fucking
meet.
There's
a folder somewhere.
Oh yeah, she's so organized, it's incredible.
Listen, I was born in Norristown Hospital. I don't even know if they handed out birth certificates back then. There, right? They were just like, walk out.
Yeah. I was born in Virginia Beach at a hospital that they were like they were building the hospital as I was being born. So I don't even know if they were supposed to give us one, and I don't know if it ever got mailed out and everything. It was like a whole fucking ordeal.
Yikes, that sucks.
Good stuff.
So wait, what is the possibility that, let's see this, right? What if this guy, like, he was in jail previously, and then now he left jail and moved back in with his parents, and his parents are so sick of him that they're like, "Oh, what are you doing today, Jerry?" And he's like,
46, by the way.
He's like, I'm gonna go rob the bank and whatever. And like, oh, that's great. And then
here's your birth certificate.
Well, no, they follow him.
Take your prison
they
ID,
follow him,
just in
right?
case something happens.
Well, no, they follow him. He leaves and they throw it there. And they're like, "This will fuck. We want to get rid of this guy. Send him back."
He also sounds like a terrible burglar. Like, most of the places he put a ton of risk out there to not get much in return, and almost sometimes.
And when they caught him, he admitted to 7 of the places they didn't even have proof he broke in.
Hell yeah! So
this guy wants to go back. He wants. I was about to say. Back.
So as sad as this sounds, I may or may not allegedly know some jail stuff, right? But whatever. Either way. This is a legit thing. There are like guys that need to be part of the system. Outside of it, they cannot function. They don't like life not being with the, because it is the truth. Besides the shitty food and dudes trying to bang you, there's a structure to prison that guys like it's like being in the military. You know what I mean?
And a lot of guys who end up in prison
they
don't have that structure at any point in their life.
The word is institutionalized. There's many people who've become institutionalized and need that. That's the only thing they know how to like function in life. When they have a purpose, people tell them where to go, what to do. They need that. And I'm pretty sure this sped needed it.
This sounds like Tom Brady's first retirement. You know what I mean? Like when he's like, I'm going to retire. I'm going to go spend some time with my family. And like a month later, he's like, I didn't even go back and get tackled by dudes again. This was not as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
Giselle was like, you hear that crying? Go get the kid. He was like, I'll go to practice.
Sorry, I have training camp.
Nice. All right. That was pretty fucking good, Liam. Good job. Let's keep it moving then. We're going to go on to Incredibly Incredible. Liam, I'm going to stick with you. What do you got for Incredibly Incredible?
So you remember the cocaine bear, right?
Oh, yeah. Can't forget.
A wild cat right now called a serval. They're like these big cats. They're like it's like not quite the size of a cheetah, but it's like way bigger than a house cat. They found one in Cincinnati. They're like illegal to have in Cincinnati. And the fucking thing tested positive for cocaine. So now
Jesus Christ.
So now it's in the Cincinnati Zoo. Like, you know, rehab. Coming down off the Joey Yola.
Dope sick.
Well, hopefully they can send Andy over there in Cincinnati. I know she's Connecticut. Fuck.
What do you do for an 80-pound?
You want to hear the funniest thing?
No, they're not 80 pounds. They're not 80 pounds. They get to like 35 servals. Okay. 30 as kitty cats.
No, Steve's right. 20 to 40 pounds.
Yeah. They're usually like 35. A lot of people have them. You can keep them as a house cat. But the thing is, they're cats, so like their body's elongated. So when they stand up, they can almost look you in your eyes, like they're super long.
Look at this. Look at this.
Well,
see,
it says in Ohio they're illegal to own. So
I bet.
He's right. People do own them, but in Ohio you're not allowed to. But dude, so this cocaine cat was when they found it, he was like stuck up in a tree and wouldn't come down. He was like zooted out of his mind, like up in the tree.
That's just what you guys want.
He's like, what do you want? Wait, no, I love this tree. I live in this tree now. I love this tree. This is a great tree.
Squirrel? Is that a squirrel? Is that a squirrel? Mouse? Squirrel? Bird?
Yeah, he was up in the tree. That's where he was going to start his new business.
Hell yeah. He was brainstorming up there.
Yeah. He's got a pyramid scheme all set up in that tree.
Dude, I almost can pull the bark off. I can sell the bark.
Warm Guinness all over my computer.
Yeah. Now the fucked up thing is that 35-pound cat will fuck your 70-pound pit bull up. That cat is no joke.
Dude, that's a predator,
so that's why they're illegal.
Yes.
Their claws are fucking nasty. They can fuck you up.
That cat will fuck you up, yo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not for so damn. All right. Well, watch
Cocaine
out for
kitty.
what is it called? A serval. Serval.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old Serval.
All these like hot broads on Instagram have them that are like, have a sugar daddy and her wrist. They're like, look at my kitty. And the thing like pushes her to the ground. She's like, haha, we're playing. I'm like, man, that thing about to eat you. Cats don't play. Like a dog is like friendly. That jaw wants to fuck you up.
If you fall asleep for 6 minutes, it's going to start looking at your eyeballs in a whole different way.
Eating your ear. Yep. 100%.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's keep it moving then. Steve, what do you got for incredibly incredible?
Well, since me and Liam come from the same hood, of course, we're going to keep it very close. And I'm going to stay in the cat family, right?
Nice.
So we go into the New Delhi Zoo over there in India, where a guy, my man Rehan Khan decides he's drunk, tells his buddies he wants to commit suicide. So what's he do? He jumps the fence and jumps into the lion enclosure, right? Says he wants to get eaten alive. So he walks over. He's so wasted. Walks up, sits down. Hold on, this is insane. Sits down on a log, like normal, sits on a log. This big-ass lion, full mane male, comes up and is like kind of behind a tree and is looking at him like, the fuck are you doing, right? And the guy's just sitting there like he's talking to his homeboy, like kind of talking to him. You can see him like bantering, right? So the lion's like looking around like, is this a fucking joke? Do I eat this dude?
Is this a setup?
Is this a setup? Right. What's happening? So he walks up and kind of like sniffs the guy. When he sniffs him, the dude stands up all angry. The body language. There's a video of this online. It's amazing. He stands up and looks at the cat and he like kind of like fucking young bulls it. He's like, young bull, I ain't gonna take this shit. Get the fuck out of my face, right? And the cat, literally this 350-pound lion, backs up and kind of like goes to paw him. And when he paws him, he like smacks his paw down and you can see him yelling and pointing. And the fucking lion backs up and goes where like, young bull, my son, the shit out of this lion and tells him to go this way. And the fucking lion kind of like walks away looking at him like, I guess I shouldn't fuck with this guy.
Yeah, who is this dude?
And then the cops tranquilize the fucking lion. So they get this fucking sped out of the goddamn enclosure. But he literally young bulls this lion. The video is spectacular. How he
fake it till you make it, baby. Fake it till you make it. The lion was so confused.
And again,
like, I guess he's not scared.
And again,
I'm gonna go.
Bern in the animal kingdom. They feed off like your body position, your energy,
adrenaline,
right?
Smell
and
that
this guy
shit.
stood up and it's like you could see him like his head's nodding and points like, get the fuck out of here. And the lion already who like put his paw on him like, should I eat this motherfucker? He smacks his paw down. It's like, get the fuck out of here. The cat looks at him like, my bad, yo. All right, I didn't know we was.
Yeah,
like, all right, I guess. He literally walks the fuck away.
Yeah, that fucking big ass cat's never seen anyone react that way ever.
So it is the wildest video, and I'm a big cat. Like I have a big cat tattooed on me. It's like there's my favorite creature on the planet. This guy, I've never seen someone young bull a lion, and the way he's like sitting on the fucking log, his knees are all up, and it's just like a crouch position, kind of like he was bullshitting with his boys. And the lion came up, you can see him looking around the tree like, should I eat this fucking thing? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Boy with Tyrese.
Yes,
it's like when they get those. It's like when they get those kids.
Suck.
Like when they get. Yeah, it does. But
it did.
It's like when they get those.
What
they
movie?
Get those kids in the Baby Boy with Taraji P.
Yeah.
But when they get those kids in the park, and they're just like, all right, we're gonna line these kids up. These kids are messing around, and the only one they end up hitting is the one who's like chucks up. I'm like, it's you. You're the tough one. You're the one we're gonna beat up. All right, let's go. But like, can you imagine you're that big and you're a cat and some little dude just
here we go.
This lion, you got the video. This lion is so big, and the way he young bulls it is absolutely insane. Sits on this log. He jumped the enclosure just to quick it up. Jumps the enclosure. Now this is the lion that came around the tree. He's already peeking at him. Already realizes that what the fuck is this guy doing in here who I don't know. And then when he stands up after the lion picks up his one paw and kind of hits him. And that's what angers this fucking guy. He stands up and points and tells that lion where to go. And he fucking goes where he tells him.
Meters away from the man. However, the Delhi Zoo officials managed to tranquilize the lion and save.
Look at this. Wait, it gets better. So see, like, hits him. Now he gets pissed. Now he stands up.
A 27-year-old man face to face with a
27.
lion at the Delhi Zoo. Miraculously, the lion did not touch the human.
With people yelling in the background, too.
Watch. The lion's like, dog, I'm about to eat you. Let me eat you. And he's like, dog, don't fucking touch me, yo.
The lion and has been described
Here's
as
where
unstable.
wait till he points him. Wait till he points. What the fuck? I don't want to hear from you.
I don't know if
why he entered the
this is a bad video then. We might have to cut it and go to a new video. There's a video where it shows like there's not the news edited one, but they're just like the footage of the camera. When that thing hits him and he stands up, that's the best part. You see his head like nodding and him pointing like, the fuck out of here. Fucking
he's smoking that scorpion. That's why he's not afraid. He's smoking that scorpion over there.
Damn. That's incredible. Like he's actually mad. Like the lion comes up to him. He's like, "Lion, dude, I'm Rain Johnny. Well, get the fuck out of here, man. You don't talk to me like that."
The lion sniffs him like a goddamn Rottweiler, and he's like, you can tell he's like, "What is this fucking thing? Oh, it smells like a human. Oh, all right." And he like reaches his fucking ginormous paw out to touch him and kind of like stands up on his hind legs. And as he does that, the fucking thing rips its head around and looks at him like, I'm gonna eat you now. And he's immediately jumps up, tells that dude where to go, and that lion falls into line so quick.
All right.
Never seen anything like it.
You see the black bear, the 3 chicks with the black
bear?
The black bear's like, he's like standing up,
sniffing
like,
her back.
Smelling her hair and stuff. I'd be fucking pissing myself, dude.
Now the difference between the difference between the two is a lion's gonna grab you by the neck and kill you real quick. A bear incapacitates you and eats you asshole first while you're alive. They talk about that. Rogan talks about that. Steve Ranella all the time. There's no animal on the planet.
Night, you know what I mean?
There's no animal on the planet that's worse to die by. Every other animal tries to kill you first, so you don't hurt it, because that's like jugular in their DNA,
right for the throat.
Bears are so big, they're so strong, they can hold everything down, and they want to keep the meat fresh. So the longer your heart pumps blood through it, the fresher the meat stays. So they literally eat you from like your asshole first to make sure the meat stays as fresh as it can before it rots out and like, fucking bugs get in there and shit.
That's ironic. So there's some
fuck you,
there,
Smokey
right?
the Bear.
So, all right, nice. Let's keep it moving then. Let's go to sports and speds. Lasmeeshma, I'm going to go back to you. What do you got for sports and speds?
So there was a former MMA fighter. His name was, I want to say, Chael Sonnen. Are you guys familiar with that name?
Very.
A little bit, just a tad bit.
So he was on the Flagrant podcast. Yeah. And he was
Andrew Schultz, born on the same day, same year as me.
Yeah, so he's claiming LeBron and Tiger Woods are on steroids, and they all have the same steroid dealer. Like he was on
absolutely
he
right.
was fighting and everything too. So he's on there. He's claiming LeBron is still dominating after 20 seasons due to performance-enhancing drugs. He said LeBron himself and Tiger all took the big 3: EPO, growth hormone, and testosterone. A combination that enhances that he calls the Lance Armstrong diet. And
Chael's the best on the mic.
He's making these claims. LeBron James has never failed a test in his career, but he's never
taken one.
But I was just about to say,
never taken one.
He's also like their golden, you know what I mean? Like he's like a catch cow for the NBA, so he probably knows when he's getting tested.
How heavy do they even test in the NBA for this?
Zero, Matt. Zero. It's like the NFL.
Yeah, almost not at all.
Zero.
And Tiger Woods.
No, the NFL's way more strict.
How dare you? How dare you? I know.
I would say.
I would say 2 guys that played in the NFL. No. They take one token guy from each team, and you can almost pick which guy you need to be tested. So as much as they act like you get tested a lot, somehow, unless you like have someone has a thing against you or has something, someone tries to rat on you, like the Lane Johnson situation. Outside of that, no one gets tested.
So if you don't, you're only testing in the NFL is preseason, and if you've never failed a test, then once you get through your preseason test, you're good for the year. If you have ever
test
failed
2 guys a team, they only test 2 guys a team. You know that, right?
Yeah.
How many guys are on the roster? 53. 2 guys get tested a team.
Active plus 10.
2 guys get tested. So 2 guys.
So
have
they
to
don't
make it through
give
the
a
preseason.
shit.
They don't give a fuck. How can you get destroyed every week?
I know who's son.
And not like
sorry, I just
Liam, you know Chael.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you mean the guy, the only guy on the planet that actually in his prime beat Anderson Silva?
Yeah, he was on Ultimate Fighter.
4 minutes, and then got choked out in the triangle. Yeah, against Vondelay. That was Vondelay Silva, not Anderson.
And a prolific shit talker and really smart dude and really good on the mic.
Like Conor McGregor completely followed him. Yes,
the best dude,
the original.
when he said the Nagara brothers fed the bus a carrot,
bus, yo,
oh my fucking god!
And my favorite
Next
thing was,
level.
I know at least Matt knows this, so shut up. Bern or Liam, you know his fucking nickname?
Sonnen? No, not off the top of my head.
The American Gangster.
Oh, nice.
How awesome is that? So he used to say all the time, he's
That's not bad.
These fucking Brazilians act like they're tough. You're Vandale, you live in LA. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm the real gangster. You don't build schools back in Brazil. You drive a Ferrari in Las Vegas. Don't act like you're from Brazil. He was the best shit talker on the planet.
He did say on the Flagrant podcast that he was called the American Gangster because he used to rob banks,
which is not true. But did you ever see the promo he cut before where he was like, when he was fighting Vandale, he was like, he grew up in a fucking favela. He's like, you know what? One year, my dad didn't even make $100,000. Yeah. And he's like, and I had to watch a guy throw a rapper on the ground. You know what that did to me as a child? Yeah. And he there's this whole like
so condescending. It was so good.
Yeah,
so
great. He was
so great.
He's a legend.
The best.
I just didn't remember his name. I remembered him from Ultimate Fighter.
When you see his face, you're like, oh, this dude. Because
it was only came once a week.
Yeah. So okay, nice. Let's keep it moving then. Steve, what do you got for sports and speds?
Look, I'm gonna keep this one quick and sweet because I hate this fucking team, but this can't be any better for me. It happens to be a young man on the New York Jets, Zach Wilson, who went to BYU.
Okay.
The Cougars, right?
Okay.
Broke up with the hottest girl you've ever seen in your life because he was fucking his mom's friend. He was also played for the Cougars. Should have played for Boise State. Decommitted, went back to BYU. Blah, blah, blah. He, who's mediocre as fuck, besides being awesome and banging old heads like he's a fucking... Because the kid's a dime piece. If I was a gay dude, I'd be fucking this guy. He's very good.
If you were a Cougar, you'd be banging him.
If I had this shirt on, I'd be fucking him. Wait, I shouldn't say that. But so he
loves dick on his pizza.
He made a comment before any of this stuff. I don't know if people have been following like the NFL right now, but he made a comment that he said if the Jets bring in any veteran quarterback, he's going to make their life a living hell. You know who the Jets brought in, Maddie? We're going to bring this back to the last episode. Aaron Rodgers.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
now to be fair,
are you going to fuck? Is he going to fuck Aaron's mom? Because Aaron, you bet. I know you're, top 10 maybe ever. Aaron's tough, right?
He can chuck it.
Rodgers is one of the greatest. He's going to have greatest ever. One of the greatest in the top 10 ever. Yeah, great, right?
Incredible.
Cool. This kid's going to fuck your mom. You're going to beat him out in the practice. This kid going to fuck your mom.
What's
Rodgers' mom's looking like?
Yeah,
let's pull up a pic of Mama Rodgers.
Yeah, what's his mom look like?
Zach Wilson's mom's no joke either, because she's parlayed her son's fame, and she's a little bit younger into like her own kind of housewifey thing.
Bern, when he got drafted, did you see the sisters too?
Yeah. His
whole family are. And again, I told you,
it's a fact.
This kid's a dime piece. He's like one of the best looking men I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're just blonde, like rich,
blue-eyed, fantastic.
I mean? Yeah.
Everything looks awesome. The mom is a fucking dime. The two sisters are smoke shows. He's the best looking guy you've seen, and he fucks his mom's.
There ain't nothing.
You should see his girlfriend before, the one he cheated on, who ended up banging his BYU teammate and roommate and best friend. Yes, the receiver, Miles something. It's not that good, but he made it to the NFL. But he's now fucking his ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend is.
Ain't nothing wrong with Mama Rodgers, babe.
Miss Rodgers definitely getting the hog, yo.
100% her on the left.
Ain't nothing wrong with Mama Rodgers.
That's her in the middle. Look at her in the middle.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
What's even funnier is that Aaron Rodgers is estranged from his entire family, so he doesn't talk to either of his parents or his brother.
Really?
Why? For years. Oh yeah.
Some weird shit. He's a fucking weirdo. Yeah, he's a weirdo.
But he has not cut his family off like 5-6 years ago, and his back is his own
dog. Rodgers' mom looks like somebody that would. She looks like somebody that would write a check at the gas station and then argue with the clerk while you're waiting in line.
And Zach Williams is about to fuck her just on principle, just to be like, I know you beat me out for the starting job, but call me stepdad. How's that make you feel?
Hey, Aaron, I know you haven't seen your mom.
I
know you haven't talked to your mom in 6 years, but she wanted me to tell you.
Yeah. But how great is that for Aaron Rodgers, who is known in like the circles? Again, Danica Patrick dated him, and Bern said,
Olivia Munn.
Well, Olivia, both them super rich, super established,
Shailene
already,
Woodley?
right? Yeah. Yes, he's fucked some chicks in his life, but he's such a weirdo. He doesn't talk to any of them anymore. All those girls came out and said he's a weirdo. Doesn't talk to his own family. Now Zach Wilson about to fuck his mom.
I would love it if Aaron Rodgers bangs Zach Wilson's mom.
Well, to be fair, at least to be a little fair to
absolutely
Zach Wilson,
possible, Matt. Absolutely possible.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson made that statement when he kind of got benched at the end of the year, and he was like, "I'm looking forward to going with the Jets, and like anybody they bring in here, I'm going to give them how many hell for them to beat this out." And he's sitting there now being like, "Seriously, Aaron Rodgers? Like, guys, I know what I said, but like." I didn't think this was the plan.
Couldn't have brought in Kirk Cousins, you fucking cunt.
Right?
Yeah,
we could have got Tyler Heineke and a rookie. Like that's what I thought I was going to be dealing with here. I got Roger.
Yeah. So all right, we're coming towards the top of time. Bern, what do you got to say before we get out of here?
Nothing, man. Just the Wildcats did me a favor and moonwalked their way out of the NIT tournament last night. So now I'm just preparing for the NCAA tournament. You might hear something funny. We get this house every year in Poconos to party down for this tournament.
Yeah.
Pretty much a couple Nova fans, mostly Temple guys, and then S is a really adamant Dayton alum.
So only one group of fans actually wins?
Not always. I mean, we've been doing this for
not just twice in the last
years.
Fucking, I don't know. Yeah.
Whatever. I know, but I'm saying
the other ones never.
Wow, Dayton, the COVID stole Dayton's. They were a one
excuses, whatever.
But what I'm saying is, this is the first time since we've been doing it that no one has a school represented in the NCAA tournament in like 15 years. There's always been at least one team to sneak in there, and there's not. So I would imagine it's going to be a pretty stress-free year. You know what I mean?
The Hawk is dead.
The Hawk's always fuck the fucking Hawk. I mean, I have no problem with the Owl, but the Hawk.
You want us to send the lunch lady?
Send the lunch
lady. The lunch lady's aid.
Dude. Lasmeeshma, what do you got to say before we get out of here?
Not much. Only that during the last episode, Janice said those boneless wings are not wings. I agree. They're bullshit.
I concur.
Yeah.
They're nuggets, right? Do we consider them nuggets?
Yeah, nuggets or
but
tenders,
they are bullshit. They shouldn't be called wings.
It's not the same thing.
You can call them whatever you want, but they're not wings. Fuck
wings are chicken off a bone. Those are processed.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
Right. Love it. Strong Stem, what do you got to say before we get out of here?
This is a very important PSI. Wait, is that what you call it? A PSA?
PSA. Public service announcement.
Yeah. It's
not the square inch. Let's go.
It's not the pressure in your tires. This is a huge announcement. I really need people to pay the fuck attention.
Do it.
Unless your name is Zach Wilson, don't try to tame no big ass pussycats. You hear me? Unless you're Zach Wilson, don't jump in the enclosure and try to young bull a real pussycat. Because that old head pussycat will take you down.
Love it. Very nice.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah. Speaking of old head pussycats taking you down, this has been another episode of the Work and Perspective Podcast.
We'll miss you, Jana.
Yep. Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah, how about it?
Don't call her that.
Speaking of missing Jana, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle.
Young Jamie on the way.
Yep, by Strong Stem, Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma, Liam Reese, and the bad boy Benoit Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok. Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspective@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Thanks. See ya. All right, we're out. Nice.
Not bad. Shit. Look at the timing to run through.
Yeah. That was legit. That was like pretty much 45.
That was tight.
So what else I was thinking about of like getting flagged? Steve, are you it sounds like you are
racist?
But are you no. Are you like kind of kind of like mixing up your when you do headlines? Are you doing the headlines like you're not doing word for word like a headline from a website? Right, because if
I do my own shit. Yeah.
I read
it and then
I think you have to like give them credit. You know what I mean?
Cite
you have
it.
To say like
you do the word for
I think
word.
you have to cite it if you like do their actual, any of their shit. It doesn't sound like you do. I just know that.
The one thing
that's something to watch out for.
The one thing I do know from a Fighter and the Kid with Shab and them, they always say if you play any like audio or video from a video you're talking about, they'll flag you. Like if it comes from YouTube and you play anything, they're gonna flag you. So they always play the reaction. And on audio, they play the actual real audio. But in like a visual, they have to cut out all that shit. Like the shit you watch on YouTube, they cut all of it because you just get fucking hammered.
Anyway, I'm at jail tomorrow,
as they say. I don't know what that means, but
I'll be you get monetized first to be demonetized. But I'll be at a jail.
I don't know what that means.
So
I said that like I know what that means.
Sharing again, but that's why I haven't been the last couple of days.
But can't they flag your shit and just remove the video and whatnot too? Like if it has copyrighted material on it, I think they'll bring it.
Are you talking about YouTube? Yeah. What they do is that when you upload the video, they do like a check on a copyrights check on every video, and they'll flag it and say like, hey, if you want to air this, when you're uploading it. And they'll say like, hey, just let you know, you can contest it, right? Like, because you can contest it and say like, no, it's fucking fine, or it's free, it's domain or whatever, right? Which I've done and won, but it takes time. And you can have like, if you have a date you want to air your shit, well, it's like 24 hours. So if you don't do it way in advance, then you're fucked, right? Or they'll say like, hey, we'll just cut this part out for you, right? Which is kind of nice. Where they're just like, yeah, we'll just cut the fucking thing out and you're good. You know what I mean? Which is honestly what happens 90% of the time. I've contested a few, but if I don't have to worry about a release date, but if it's if there's a release date, then I have to cut it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then also now YouTube's already looked at it and been like, hey, the only thing we have an issue with is this. And you're like, fine, if it's this 25 seconds out of a 2-hour thing, then.
But they'll go back. I've posted stuff on not on YouTube, but I've posted stuff on Facebook and IG, and they go back like a couple days later and be like, "You fucked up. You're banned for 48 hours, or you're banned for 24 hours."
It's so weird that Facebook does that, but like YouTube, it's so weird that like YouTube and Facebook and all that do it. I've put out some wild shit on Instagram, and no one's ever said a word. Like they just don't give.
But you don't put out copyrighted material.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll put out some,
but I say some terrible shit,
some salty language every once in a while on Twitter, and then before you go to post it, they're just like, "Are you sure you want to post this? Because most people are offended by this language." And he's like, "Yes," and then it's usually just me telling you. But there was like a 6 months where every day I just wrote "fuck you" to Mitch McConnell because I thought it was funny, and every day they'd be like, "Are you sure?"
And then he fell down the steps.
Yeah, when I stopped, and then he fell down the steps. Luckily, he has a very hard shell, so he was able to lie down.
Murph had John Gabris on his show. I fucking love that guy.
I didn't see today's. It might have been
who was that
yesterday.
John
I don't know
Gabris,
names. I only know
he
faces.
was on like. Do you remember the show?
Broad City?
Bro Code or something. Oh, it was like Guy Code was the name of the show. But he's like this comedian. He's pretty funny, and Murph had him on his show, which I was like, good for him. But now I'm gonna ask Murph if he can reach out to Gabris for me so we can get him on this fucking show.
He sure can.
And he fucking sure will. Otherwise, I'm going to fly out there and put my dick in his fucking ass.
Yeah. Well, if you need my shirt to do that, I'll send it to you, and it'll make you feel better while you do it.
Did you guys watch the Rest of Us, or The Last of Us, I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that last episode was fucking awesome.
Not a single
great show, man.
Did I watch?
Really good.
Exceptional.
Yeah. You would probably like it, Steve.
I'm sure, but I got shit to do, like watch wrestling videos like a fucking sped nonstop of dudes wrestling other dudes. Apparently, I'm a gay man. I got the shirt on. Right, all I watch is other dudes wrestle other dudes.
Sure.
Outside of me fucking chicks, that's the only thing that makes me not gay.
Steve, the wrestling videos do you see in South Park where the wrestling coach he shows them the video and he's like, "You get your gay porn out of here."
The best, that and the one where he makes Cartman get in the bottom or the top and bottom position. And Cartman's like, "Ew, what are you doing?" He's like, "Why do you keep getting up? That's called the bottom position." He was like, he's putting his dick against my butt.
Yeah, he's like, that's not wrestling. That's gay, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah. South Park's the best, yo.
It is.
Hey, nobody on this planet beats South Park.
Nah, I agree. Because they just make fun of everything.
Everybody. No one's safe.
They're equal opportunity.
I agree.
Assholes. You know what I mean?
Nobody's safe.
Maddie, I'm looking at Gabrus right now. I think he and Murph were on the same Herald team at UCB.
Herald?
So, yeah, they have. Well, that's one of the philosophies. But essentially, like the best kids in the school get put on teams that go do shows like Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, and they only have 2 or 3 teams.
What is a Herald team? Like
UCB is Upright Citizens Brigade, is a sketch comedy.
Okay, it's a comedy.
Sketch comedy.
And Murph was in it. So was
Murph. Did it. Yeah, and so was Gethard and all these people.
I gotta go.
Go get him. But I think Gabrus and Murph were on the same Herald team for like 6 months. So like and the Herald team is only like 6 people. They go out and do their improv and sketch together. So like they're just all put together. So I think they might be pretty tight. I'm pretty sure that they were on the same squad.
Look, this is the way.
This is the way. I have not watched it yet.
I didn't see it yet either. The newest one.
It is so.
But the last episode was good.
Fucking good.
Loved it.
It is so fucking good. Yeah, it's really good. I really, dude.
How do you watch them all so early before 8:30?
I watch them What do you mean before 8:30?
I mean, we start.
Oh, well,
recording at 8:30.
I watch it while
did you not know Matt wakes up at 2:15 in the morning for no reson? He's got.
You watch it then. During your nighttime wake up.
Well, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I have to go into the office, so I'll do like the LA Fitness gimmick, and I'll watch it while I'm there. You know, I'll do like a treadmill fucking gimmick with that. And just
Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, gotcha.
I love the fact that when he bathed last episode, when he bathed in the waters, we got to finally see the huge beast.
Yeah, the Mytho or whatever it's called, right? What is it called?
Or
Manticore, right?
I think it's a Mythosaur.
Yeah, it's called Mytho something.
Mythosaur.
Look, guys, I'm never wrong about this stuff, so come on.
Either way, that thing looked awesome. It was like
I'm actually never wrong because I looked up when that chick died, and they were on the. When her sister sent the message, it was from that castle. Remember, she sent like the hologram, but they were at the prison, which is in the capital city, right? They were at the prison, which is the capital city, and then she got away. She got to that castle, but then she got captured again. They brought her back to the prison, and then that's when Maul did all that shit to her, like choked her and snapped her.
All right, look, speaking of, I don't want to go too long. Good shit tonight, guys. Really good.
Wow.